All right, welcome back to another episode of Small Guys Podcast. Today we're reviewing Captain America Brave New World. Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, finds himself in the middle of an international incident and must discover the motive behind the nefarious global plan. This movie has a 49% critic score, third lowest MCU movie ever,
Solid.
critic-wise, and then 80% audience score. What do you guys think this
That audio. You say 80?
80% for audiences.
Holy shit. That's insane.
I'll start us off by saying this movie
please,
sucks. Someone's got to say it. Marvel has been, everyone. I'm not even going to say it, but everyone compares everything to before Endgame and after post Endgame. So everything that's came out, let's say 10 projects, movie wise since Endgame, and I think 2 have actually landed, and the other 8 are ass.
So, yeah,
my
my critique, honestly, no, it's not a very good movie, and so many people will say before Endgame, after that argument that can be made 1,000 times. I just want to talk this movie specifically. The trailer gives away the whole movie.
100%.
I don't think there's a surprise.
The only surprise is Stearns coming back.
Didn't really care.
But even that you could tell in the trailer though.
But how many times, I know that the end credit scene of Incredible Hulk has, who is it? Samuel L. Jackson, kind of creating the Avengers, or is it Tony Stark? Is it
Tony Stark?
RDJ? Yeah, RDJ's in there, but we got an entire decade plus of movies, and they never made, anything canon to, or made the Incredible Hulk canon, I guess you could say, or unless I just don't pay attention enough. But, then they want to just, let's make a Captain America movie, add, Red Hulk in it, and, then make it to where you have to watch the Incredible Hulk. Even though they base an entire franchise around.
I didn't remember. I've seen The Incredible Hulk one time in my life, so I didn't. I was watching this movie and I was like, I think so. I think that's from. I couldn't remember watching this, and you shouldn't have to.
Because of how long ago it came out. It came out in what, 2004, 2003?
Yeah, I was gonna say you shouldn't have to watch the previous Marvel movies to know what's going on. But
I did go back and I rewatched The Incredible Hulk a couple hours before we went and saw the movie last Thursday, a week ago. Definitely was helpful. I think that you don't really have to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier or Eternals before seeing this.
It would make more sense.
Even though they're tied into it, I think Hulk is probably the most important thing to watch before going into this, because it did kind of feel like a Hulk sequel. I think what they did was they got Harrison Ford, which I think he fit the role of Ross well. I think he did a good job.
He did.
And so I felt like they had to give him a lot of screen time, and then not Sam Wilson didn't have that much screen time as he should have had. In this movie, he kind of, with Isaiah, they, try to figure out who he is as a Captain America, right? He doesn't take the serum, he's a little bit different. They mentioned stuff like that. But these are traits and stuff that we saw from the show. And it would have been more interesting if they would have tackled it here in the movie instead. But I do want to say, I think Sam Wilson as Captain America was pretty cool. His fight scenes are different than Steve Rogers' Captain America.
I have a criticism. I think the potential is there, and Anthony Mackie, right? That's how you say his name.
Mm-hmm.
I think he himself does a great job. I think Sam Wilson as a character is too cheesy. They need to make Captain America was pretty serious.
Okay.
And I think if Sam Wilson is going to be the new Captain America and he's going to be, maybe the new leader of the Avengers, he needs to be a little bit more the short quips and shit like that. I think was funny when he was the sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as funny when he's trying to lead the Avengers. And if Iron Man, Tony Stark, RDJ was the previous leader of this org. He had his quips too and his sarcasm, but he was also like decently serious. Captain America
Super genius.
was decently serious, where I feel like they tapped into it for a second when they were talking about like him not taking the serum, and him, you could see him kind of opening up about, his rationale with that. Like, it was there. The problem with this movie, aside from the trailer showing you the whole damn movie, is the dialogue is comically bad. Comically bad. Like, this is written by high school drama students. Like,
No, it
not a
was
two
written by fucking like 60, 70-year-old people.
or that.
Just, yeah.
Well, it
Nothing
did
in
four
between,
different.
though.
It did
Some
four different
boomers.
reshoots.
It needed 20, apparently, or it needed to stick with the first.
So, no,
But can you imagine how
copy.
bad the original version was?
I could have been better.
I don't think so.
He hits the ground on that first scene.
Wait
for it.
So, I mean, that's the thing is,
I'm not
there's
saying
no
this needs to
reason
be
for
dark.
them to make this movie. Like you said, they probably got Harrison Ford or, Giancarlo Esposito on it, and they could have just, they use that as leverage to, oh, hey, like, we got these guys, we got to, give them screen time, which I think,
yeah.
both of them did. I'm going to call him Gustavo. Gus, he did great. He played a great villain. He had like a character. I don't even, they had
Sidewinder
like a
was his name.
Sidewinder. I've never even.
So
I have
originally
no
they
idea
had
who that is.
some WWE star playing that role. They shot almost all the scenes, and then they decided to bring him in instead to play that position, and so they had to reshoot all his scenes.
Yeah,
I
So
like
that
him.
was
He's
a
kind
huge
of-
part of the reshoot.
He was sweet.
Yeah, he was cool.
He plays.
He was like a
and
Zemo
everything.
or whatever that one guy's name was, and he's just a badass. Like, he's obviously giving Captain America, a run for his money. He's just a guy, on the back end. Like, he's not a superhero. He's just, a badass, realistically. So, like, but I feel like his thing had there's no reason for him to be involved. Like, especially going up, I guess he wanted to go up against Captain America because he knows that he's not a superhero. He knows he's just a normal guy, so it makes
Another
sense.
guy, yeah.
And obviously he gets humbled, but I mean, the fact that Captain America Sam Wilson is going up against Thaddeus Ross, Red Hulk, and he has just a Wakandan wing suit, like nothing.
Yeah.
He has no serum, and he somehow doesn't die. Like, I think this
Doesn't
movie would have
die,
been better.
and
I
that
mean,
battle is able to be ended by him just like sweet talking him.
yeah, exactly. So he's
I'm
Scarlet.
not saying
or
that it needed to end
Black
in
Widow.
Captain America chopping Red Hulk's head off and some craziness, but like,
How sweet would that have been if his wings just decapitated him? That would have been fucking sick. There you go. That's the movie right there. Holy fuck! What did I just watch?
yeah, maybe, but it just, the movie itself, like I said, like, not thinking about past Marvel stuff, like, just seems like it just seems weak. The dialogue is weak.
Dialogue was terrible.
You did like Harrison Ford, though, right?
I thought all of the actors in this movie did a good job given what they had.
Okay.
It's like Anthony Mackie, it almost felt like he was like forcing, like, those moments where he was serious, that felt real. The cheesiness felt like someone like had a gun to his head and was like, I need you to act like an idiot. Like, that's what it seemed like. It just didn't seem as genuine. Where those serious moments, I was like, this is who he is. They could really work with this. That's not how the movie went,
Anthony
though.
Mackie, I mean, has a lot of like past projects that are comedies. So
They do,
like,
yeah. No,
that's why they have to, give him some kind of like one-liners and stuff. But
Even in
now-
his interviews, he's a funny guy.
yeah, and instead of the one-liners, you get, serious one-liners like, oh, he, like you said, Captain America, Endgame, Infinity War, like, he had those little quips here and there, like, on your left,
Of course.
oh,
Yeah,
that's all
yeah.
you got, like stuff like that, and he was a good sidekick. But I understand they had to move on from Chris Evans, and he's
So
a
do
good
I.
fit for it. But I mean, at this point, like, you can't tell him to create the Avengers and not be a superhero. Like, and I get his whole
Yeah.
his superpower is being human, But no, like if you're gonna want to
Time to
continue
juice,
with
buddy.
like I hope the next time we see him, they're like, "What the fuck happened to you?" And he's like, "Oh, I took the serum." All right, cool. Like you don't even have to explain yourself. Like just go and be a badass.
We got a moment of that. I think Josh said it before we were recording here a few days ago or whatever. When he has that moment where he's like, you know, whatever his dialogue there was, which was actually pretty good. He's like, Cap was full of shit, or whatever he said in that
Bucky
battle.
was full of shit.
Bucky was full of shit. Yeah,
I should have taken the serum. Yeah.
I should have taken the serum. I thought so. That's how you deliver. It's funny. It's also serious. He's like, yo, I'm gonna die.
He had a thought that he was gonna die.
Those were the moments. If the movie would have had more of that, it could have went from being, you know, crap to good or okay. I think, you know, I don't know how well it like. I think it could have been better than the first, maybe Captain America. I think it'd been hard to beat that second one, that Winter Soldier. That's a damn good movie.
One of the best.
Yeah, but I think it could have rivaled that first one. I think they.
But I think that they like if realistically after Falcon Winter Soldier, they should have made Falcon Winter Soldier 2 or started adding him in, you know, here and there. You know, it's insane that he gets his own movie. I'm not saying that in the case that like, oh, he's a shitty character. It's just the fact like, what could you realistically make a story off of? You know, enough to build into a movie. But I get you have the, you know, events from Eternals, the Celestial and the what was it, the Indian Ocean or whatever it was. So, you know, they have that. And then the fact that they bring in Harrison Ford as Red Hawk, Thaddeus Ross, that's the best I've seen a Hulk since the Incredible Hulk. And it's beyond me that we get such a bitch ass Hulk. Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner.
Well, the one in Avengers was cool. The first Avengers movie was cool.
Yeah, exactly. That was cool, but it's not even. But you look at that and compare it to Harrison Ford's Hulk in this movie. Yeah. Like how sick is that?
Smart Hulk and Endgame.
Yeah, I mean that stuff. Like it's just he can't even pick up a car. He's punching stuff. Like no, you're supposed to be thunderclapping, taking shit out. Like he shouldn't have any control over it. And even if he does, you can still just destroy shit. Like I don't know. Like it's just beyond me. And everyone knows, like they will once Marvel's done, you know, for good. Everyone will look back at Hulk and know how bad, you know, they did. You know, Mark Ruffalo's
they really did.
It's terrible. It looks. It doesn't. He doesn't even look big on screen. You know, he doesn't look like. Look at any comics. Like it's just insane. Like it's beyond me.
I definitely thought some people were critiquing the action scenes. I thought they're all pretty cool, action wise. Yeah. Like the battle over the Indian Ocean. I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. The Red Hulk fight scene I thought was actually cool. And again, I think
the Secret Service was shooting at him.
Yeah, that's crazy. They've been around Hulks for years.
You don't live in a universe where you've seen Hulk and you know, like you're 9
some
millimeter
anti-Hulk weapon.
But something.
But I thought the actual fight scene between Cap and Red Hulk was cool because it felt like there was something at stake, like him getting hurt or something bad happening. Obviously, nothing too bad happened. I think he hurt his arm or something, whatever. But it did feel intense at the moment. We mentioned this earlier. They kind of set up this Hulk fight in the marketing with the trailers. The poster has Red Hulk in it.
Ruined it.
I think that's what pissed people off the most. Was
totally ruined it.
There's only like 7 minutes of Hulk in it.
If that.
It's at the end. Yeah, and we know like they tease in the boat that he might turn into the Hulk, and we know from the trailers that doesn't happen.
He's going
at the White House.
But
at the White House.
How crazy is it that, you know, any meme you see or read anything like, time to settle down, buddy, like we're running out of budget. You know, like they say that the Hulk is the most expensive thing ever to create. I guarantee that's not the fucking truth. Like either way, you're a $1 billion franchise. You know, you can easily go in.
You can swing
make a quality
You'll
Hulk.
Figure it
like,
out.
That's like everyone knows and they know. There's no way that anyone at Marvel Studios sits there and they're like, damn, I'm surprised no one wants like a Hulk movie. Like just a standalone badass Hulk movie. And he should be, I mean, he's in a million
But they technically can't make it.
Because they don't
Universal
own the rights.
Studios, they own Hulk.
Exactly. So that's why if you don't own it, then just go away from it. Don't even bring it
Yeah.
up. Just eliminate it. Don't give people like false hope, that you can go and we're eventually going to get a good Hulk movie. Like, this was our good Hulk and we won't see another thing till 20, 30 years. Like, it's just insane. And, everyone, like, I would say Hulk's probably one of my favorite characters. And
Yeah.
I've seen him 3 times on screen, twice. And
Yeah.
like, just the concept of the character is just sick. It's badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can't even enjoy it because you'll never see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been cool if it was like the Avengers Hulk versus him, versus Red Hulk. That would have been really sweet to watch. But
Why do we not get that?
because he's Smart Hulk now.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know. We know that his son's out there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe they could bring back the old version of Hulk somehow if they kill off his son and he gets pissed off enough. I don't know. We'll see.
Whatever.
But yeah, I just think from the action sequences, I thought those were good. I agree with what you said with the lines, Andrew. What did you guys think of the leader as the villain? He had like probabilities of certain stuff happening. He threatened to kill Isaiah, and he's like, "There's an 89% chance that you're going to turn around."
Yeah, I mean that's all bullshit in the script. We never see him do anything, or
the villain felt non-existent in this movie.
It's just written. It's like, I saw 800
zero threat,
no
threat.
Cool.
I never felt like.
What happened to him at the end of the movie? He got arrested.
Well, he went and confessed his crimes to Sam Wilson, which was weird because the scene before that, Sam's buddy's going to call him with information about the gamma pills.
Yeah,
and he kills him. So the leader kills this guy just so he can go tell Captain America what happened, and it can't get relayed to him from the military guy.
What was he? Was he in the raft at the end of the movie?
Yes, yeah. He gets caught at the end because he confesses. He doesn't. He's just super smart. He's a super genius.
Yeah, but imagine showing the raft again, and like we haven't seen it in 5+ years. Yeah. When was the last time we saw it? Like, imagine just hinting at something else in the raft.
Civil War, I think.
How cool would that be? Mm-hmm. Like, you're just walking by, you have an opportunity to just show like something, like just put some more, some juice in the movie, I guess,
to get someone interested in maybe their next project. Because
that was something. It doesn't have to be a new project because how many times have they introduced someone and we're not going to ever see them again? So,
that's true. Yeah,
it's
that's
just fuck. Just put something else on the screen and be like, oh shit, that was cool. Maybe I'll give a couple more points.
It's Robert Downey Jr. Just actually him in there.
Just in jail.
Just in jail for alcoholism.
Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't know. I mean, as much as I love Marvel movies, like they're like, I mean, that's not like I used to.
I think they're starting to
terrible.
I think because the quality has declined, and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? We got to pull out the big stops. How do we? What kind of cameos can we throw in here? How can we get the nostalgia? In that mindset of them trying to do that, they're losing people because the quality is so bad. They're like, oh, well, if we just throw some original Hulk characters in there and try and tie it in with that, people eat that nostalgia up and they're going to love it.
Dude, they're turning into DC. DC
sure,
is literally going to,
but the movie's garbage.
180. Like we know it, starting with Superman and whatever James Gunn, is chefing up over at DC. Like we know that for a fact. Like we all know it's going to happen, and it's going to be a complete 180 switch where we're getting shitty Black Adam, Shazam, all those movies that I never even watched, but I've seen parts of them and I know that they're terrible, so I don't even waste my time. But now Marvel's the new DC, and DC's going to become Marvel. Like
Black Adam, I think I generously gave a 50, and looking back, I mean that could be a 0.
Yeah, it's just a terrible movie, but that's literally how I feel about like as cool as what I will watch anything that Harrison Ford's in. Gustavo, he's a great actor as well.
That's my point. They're like, what do we do? We need to throw. We got to pull in big names. We got to try how about make a good movie?
And they throw in a new actress that's a Black Widow, or from whatever place that she's from, the school or whatever, the academy. And like, no, she's on screen, and I'm like, is that a child? Like, who is that? And it's not even
casting.
Good. Like, it's just there was no reason for her to be in there.
The casting for that character was
It was a cool character, though.
Cool character, interesting casting choice. I think that lady did a great job.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But it's just, what is the reason behind it? Like,
I was
like if
confused.
you're the president, you're like, I want my head of security to be an ex-Black Widow. Like that'd be kind of sick.
an ex-widow with a world full of superheroes and superpowered individuals. Why would you pick
I don't know.
I'm gonna need Doctor Strange.
Exactly. That's what I would say. I'd be like, give me a
Probably
Hulk.
is too busy. Probably doesn't want to.
I would literally say, give me any of Thanos's, like,
That is
bring
kind of
someone back. Like, it's just
yeah, that
insane
is
to
kind
me.
of part
I
of the
want
problem.
Vision, White Vision should be on his shoulder at all time. We haven't seen him. Where's he at? Oh, the president's got him. Sick. Like, I would do the same thing. And then you stop asking questions. You're like, oh shit, makes sense.
No, and if you didn't see, like, you know, we talked about the Incredible Hulk, but also, does it play a big role if you hadn't seen Eternals? No, but you're probably a little confused about the Celestial Island.
That thing? Yeah.
You know,
they say it's an island, but there's no one, like,
there's no
one's
background on that.
Yeah, it's just in the middle of the ocean, and no one's like.
They knew too it was called a Celestial, which is weird because unless the Eternals told them, they wouldn't know the name Celestial at all.
And isn't out of all at the end of the Eternals, don't like two of them get, or three of them get taken by another Celestial?
Yeah. So
they got so much shit, man. That place is on fire.
Yeah, and apparently they're not going to.
It's been on fire for years.
Apparently, they're not going to make another Eternals movie.
It really is on fire. I think that's the best way to describe it. They've got too many loose ends, and I don't. You know, they're going to try and tie them all together.
No, there's no way.
It's going to be messy. My hopes are diminishing for these kind of movies.
I think we knew too, just like surprise cameos. I think we knew that Bucky would probably pop up in this.
I had no idea he was going to be in there.
I figured he probably would show up.
Yeah,
and it was the most dumb thing ever. Like, yeah, they had a 5-minute conversation, and you know, they're just it's to add, you know, a laugh.
It was running for Congress.
Yeah, which didn't make a whole.
He's a congressman. He's not even running for.
No, he was running. He was running.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Okay, but when are we going to see him be in a position of power?
So in Thunderbolts in the trailer, he is in a courtroom. I think it's he's.
And then I'm assuming he doesn't get it because he's another scene on a motorcycle blowing up.
Well, they're talking about like the Avengers or something, or the Avengers can't defend them in the trailer or whatever, and he was there in a. So I assume it's a Supreme Court. I don't know, but he is like in that position in the trailer at least.
I mean,
we had people cheer in our
laughing stock.
We had a couple people cheer in our theater when he showed up.
That was probably the best part of the movie at that point.
Yeah, the other one was Liv Tyler. From the Incredible Hulk movies, who's Thaddeus Ross's daughter, Hulk's ex-girlfriend. I think it was cool that she was in it. I like her as a human being, but I think it was just kind of weird her having the conversation with her dad because that's a different actor playing her dad now. So I didn't have any emotion behind it for me personally. No. So I kind of thought it was a little dumb.
And it's funny, there was one good part where Sam Wilson and Harrison Ford were talking to each other at the beginning of the movie. And they're like, I like your new look. Because both of them have been recast.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, it's just, that was funny. And they made an emphasis on it. So that was cool. But, I mean, what else was it? What was I going to say? Shit. Oh, at that point, like, they might as well just throw Edward Norton in there somewhere. Like, just make him pop up like he's walking. They're just panning the camera to him, and then it just continues. Like.
Apparently, Marvel hates him, so they had some huge beef back in the day, which is why he got recasted. So I don't know. It'd be cool if he like popped up in Secret Wars. I did like Ed Norton as the Hulk. I thought he did like a great job in that movie. So,
but now, I mean, he'll never show up. There's no way that they would cut him a check for that much.
Yeah,
that'll be the most expensive movie budget in history.
Yeah, before we get into final scores, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. We'll play a little game here. I have every movie pulled up. There's 12 from post-Endgame. I want to hear if you guys like this movie more or less than the movies I name. Okay, ready? We'll do it quick.
Please.
The Marvels.
More.
Wait, I like this movie more.
We're saying, yeah, this movie's better than that.
Okay. Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania. I like this movie more.
I think I like that better.
Okay.
I like that movie better.
Eternals.
I like that better.
I like Eternals more.
Yeah, worse.
Yeah.
Thor: Love and Thunder. We've shit on this movie a lot.
Better.
I think Captain America's better.
Thor: Love and Thunder was fucking terrible, but Christian Bale was in it, and they just completely
this is
better.
wasted,
This is better.
trashed his performance.
Black
This is
Widow.
better.
I think Captain America's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it probably is better.
Okay, Wakanda Forever.
That was way better.
I think Wakanda
Yeah,
Forever is better. Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Better. No, this is worse.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
We were confused. I think that movie was better.
Yes. Okay. And then we have Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Deadpool, Wolverine, No Way Home. I assume you guys think those are all better.
Yeah, those are all better than this.
But see, there are some more shit below.
Dude, the only thing that really
Endgame,
sold me on this movie was when Harrison Ford, Thaddeus Ross hulked out. Like, that was the best 10 minutes of the movie, and I'm like, this is fucking sick. And then it ends so fast without a big bang, no big fight. You know, the fight is what it is. He should literally throw Sam Wilson across the state, and then he somehow wings back and he's fine. He said, "Fuck this." Then he calls in someone else, and someone else beats the shit out of Thaddeus Ross, and that's it.
So
it's a better movie.
Was hopeful but skeptical at the same time for this movie. The trailer painted this in my eyes like this could be another Winter Soldier movie. It had that kind of dark feel to it, how they marketed it. You know, who is Captain America and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this could be good. That's not what we got at all. This movie is dumb. This movie is stupid.
The trailer was 10 times better than the movie. As much as it spoiled
the
everything.
The
trailer was like, we're going to go
watch
like
that.
They acted like they're going fully, like every nation is going to war with, you know, for the planet, for adamantium. And we got that drop. That's a huge thing in like comics and Marvel in general is adamantium. And they just like, it's like, they just say it. And it's like,
yeah, they're like, hey, we got this new thing. It's pretty cool.
Like, what did they prove out of anything in that presentation? They should have proved what, like, this is what it made and fucking show something insane. Like, oh, we have flying cars now. Like, you know, it's just absolutely nothing. Like, they're like, oh, like, we're just going to study it, but we want it all. And it's just insane. Like, I don't know.
Absolute disappointment of a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like I liked it, you know, a tad bit more than you guys. I feel like with it being at a 49, I don't think it deserves my whole point here from playing that little game. And that was just post Endgame. You know, I think this movie's better than like Dark World. I don't know. It's like I think that this movie's getting shit on because of some of those past movies. That Phase 4 and 5 weren't that good. But I don't think it deserves to be a bottom 3 Marvel movie. It's my whole point here.
No, definitely
49%. It's the
there's too many Marvel movies for it to be that low.
Right.
They fucked up enough that this one's somehow better.
That's what I think, honestly.
But that's not giving me any, you know, wiggle room for not giving this a shitty score. Like, it's still a bad movie.
Do you guys have higher expectations for Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four, the next two movies? Because after Fantastic Four, we get into Doomsday.
Thunderbolts is going to be shit. It might actually just be shockingly better than this. You know, just you go into a movie expecting such a disappointment.
I go into these Marvel movies now thinking they're like a low budget horror film.
Yeah, and then obviously Fantastic Four is going to be, oh my god, Marvel's back, and then the shit after Fantastic Four is going to be a complete letdown, and like that's why you're just not going to get hype. That's why I'm planning my hype in advance, and I'm hyped for Fantastic Four.
He's pre-planning his hype.
I could give two shits about.
He's
Thunderbolts.
pre-ordered.
I probably won't even see it opening night.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, we have to. I think Thunderbolts will be better than this. Yeah. I think Fantastic Four will be.
But I mean, dude, like
the best.
It gets easy when you set the bar to the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not hard to hop over.
It's below ground, and now like, all right, wow, that was a fucking 50 out of 100. I'll give that 3 stars.
And the argument I've heard before is, well, you know, not all of everything before Endgame was great. I agree with that. Mm-hmm. But nothing really stood out as so bad that I wouldn't rewatch it.
Yeah. And there's not one movie where
Maybe the second Thor movie.
But the build-up made sense.
That was
You
bad.
look at the build-up and look at where it ends, you'd be like, oh shit, like, you know what, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
This, like, everything is just scattered fucking everywhere, and no one can put any of the pieces together. Like, there's no way.
No, I'd need to
We'll look back
someone to
at
show
these
me a
end credit
YouTube
scenes,
video.
and not even that. Those guys are losing their minds too. They're like, what the fuck? What are we doing? Like, we can't even review this shitty ass movie. And like, we're gonna create this video and then we're gonna forget about it. You know, there's just no reason to put the time and the effort into something that you'll never see on screen. It'll never be answered.
We do get Daredevil March 4th too. I'm super excited about that. I think that'll be good too.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee anything. No one can. But I'm ready for scores if you guys are.
All right.
I'll set the tone. I'm going 65 on this.
Not bad.
As much as I'm dogging it, it's not that it's a bad movie. It's just a wasted opportunity by Marvel.
I think
that's how I'm looking at it. And
okay.
I think getting Harrison Ford was badass. You look at any of his press junket interviews, he has no idea what the hell is going on. Like, they literally just gave him a bag of money and said, hey, read these lines, do that. And you got to give it to him. I mean, he's been in almost every
82
huge franchise that we've, watched and loved.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's cool to see him get into the MCU bag, regardless of how the movie does. He's still getting paid. But yeah, I think Anthony Mackie did good. I think, Giancarlo Esposito did well as well. The new guy's not too bad. Joaquin Torres. What is his character?
He is Falcon.
He's Falcon.
He's gonna be the quippy sidekick.
Yeah, and he does a good job at that. I mean, I think he's a good actor. I mean, he's too old for Young Avengers, so I don't know what they're gonna do with him. They're probably just gonna scrap, whatever it is.
I think he'll just be an Avenger.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going on that score. Like I said, I mean, good luck in the future for what we got coming up.
Yeah. Andrew, you're definitely lower than me. I don't know if you want to go.
I can go, so you can try and leave us on a high note.
Yeah. Leave things on.
I'm gonna go with 52.
Okay, so you're higher than critics.
I am, because I'm not a critic. This is, like Aiden said a little bit, a missed opportunity. There was a lot that could have been done here. Out of light, this would have been one that I think if I would have not seen the trailer, might have been in the 60s with the score here. I think that played a big part in it. I wish I wouldn't have known some of the things that I knew. I wish it would have been a little bit more serious. I think it's, I get making these movies fun and having their silly moments, but
they're kids' movies.
They are kids' movies. So I get it, but some of the comedy is, if I could describe this movie in one word, it would be cheesy.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I think it's cheesy. I think there was so much opportunity. I think Sam Wilson as a character, the potential is there. He's now got like I said, the quippy sidekick that can be the humor. Let's juice Sam up with some super serum and let's get him a little bit more serious. I think he played well when Captain, like their little banter back and forth, it worked great. He's got a lead now. He's got the big dog promotion. I need him to put on the big dog pants a little bit and step up. So, yeah, overall, this one was a little less than expected, but the expectations weren't that high. Go ahead, Josh.
It's one of the first Marvel movies, I believe, that my girlfriend's seen twice in theaters. She went and just saw it again the other day.
Good. She should see it a third time.
Yeah, she should just keep watching it.
She liked it a lot.
She's clearly insane. Or is there someone attractive in this that she likes?
I don't know. I'm sure maybe. Yeah, Harrison Ford.
She keeps waiting for the scene with his shirt off at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it a little bit more than you guys. I'm gonna go with a 70 flat.
Are you doing this for your girlfriend or what?
No, she said like she'd be like low 90s. So just to show you where her head's at.
I hate to put it on record, but she's delusional. Sorry, Sydney.
So
She really
if
liked
that's
it a
where
lot.
her head's at, I would recommend that maybe we get her a brain
Much as Black
scan.
Adam.
We get her a brain scan. Just make sure that there's no fuzziness in there.
Let's hope she's all right.
So I did see a lot of
I'm saying a prayer.
I'm interested to see. So I saw a lot of people online on Twitter who have said that they've seen it twice and that it is better on a second viewing. And maybe that's just because their expectations are
so
limited.
low.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it twice. The trailer, and then I watched the movie. I saw it twice. There you go.
We'll watch it again when we're done.
Yeah, so I would be interested to watch it again. I'm not going to go to theaters to see it, but I will
It's a Disney
probably check it
Plus
out when it
watch.
comes to Disney Plus. Yeah, but I do think it's better than some of the other recent Marvel movies we've gotten. Not Deadpool Wolverine level, not nearly that, but for what it was, I did have an okay time with it. But yeah, there's definitely some disappointing moments in it for sure. So I do agree with you guys to a certain degree, definitely. But yeah. So that was our review on Captain America: Brave New World. Got some stuff cooking. Got Invincible, Severance, Daredevil show. So we got some TV, a lot of shows.
Ton of TV shows. Thursdays are great right now.
TV.
I think White Lotus is out,
Lotus
which I've
started
never
back out.
seen. I've never
Third
seen,
season?
but
Mhm.
yeah, I want to
Really
get into
good.
that. I heard Hulu has kind of a hit show right now called like Patriot or something. It starts with a P, but it's doing streaming numbers apparently. I keep seeing it on TikTok.
Okay.
So,
So-
Hulu?
I want to say it's Hulu. Yeah,
I feel like I just went on. Oh, I know Reacher just came out on Prime, but I never watched the one with Thad Castle.
The monkey.
There's a lot of
just
stuff
came
coming out.
Monkey
What
just
came out?
The monkey.
That's the Oz Perkins or the guy that did Long Legs.
correction. It's called
Yeah.
Paradise, and it's sitting
Paradise.
at it's got an 85 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, maybe I'll
So.
check that out. Yeah, it's the Oz Perkins. He directed it. The monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Long Legs.
It's a Stephen King book. We should go see
Yep,
that.
it just came out, so we'll probably do that next week. I think.
Let's do it.
It's sitting at 85 on Rotten right now. For
I heard it's
critics
good,
and
but I mean,
audiences.
I never saw Long Legs, and I never will. But I hope it's nothing even similar. Like,
Long Legs is amazing, dude.
I can take gore, but I'm not doing horror. Like that one looks cheesy. Like it's literally about a monkey that just like kills.
It looks
their
cheesy,
entire
yes.
family.
It's the monkey from Toy Story 3, but it went
Yeah.
rogue.
Went
No,
rogue.
but
even more rogue.
did you read that stuff that they copyrighted it?
Oh no.
No.
The symbol monkey. Pixar
on.
copyrighted it so they can do
Oh, really?
like they had to do the drum monkey instead of the
Oh,
symbol. It's
wow.
insane.
gosh.
How the
Wow.
fuck? That's just like an ongoing thing. Like even what Call of Duty has a symbol monkey bomb. Like
Yeah, Monkey Bomb. Yeah.
Do they still? Maybe they got rid of it.
probably not. It's probably gone. We just never paid attention.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might not have the symbols anymore.
yeah. But yeah,
All right,
we got a lot of stuff
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
cooking up. So we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Yeah.